Hiya, welcome to the video picture-in-picture commentary for episode 4 limmy'sshow. So, this one here is about picking somebody at random and just following them. And I've thought about this, what I'm going to tell you about this. I'm going to let you into a big secret. Big secret. I once stayed with, I once had this flatmate, right? It was a flatmate that I told you. Remember I said, if you watched the other commentary, I said I stayed in this flatmate and there's a picture of the sunflowers, right? That was like after college, and then after uni I went and stayed with my pal, right? And a pure cranking brilliant pal I had. And then we made them, well, like that. And then I made the mistake of moving in with him, right? His flatmate moved out and I moved in. And he said he was going to stop smoking, right? I hate smoke. And he said, no, I'm stopping smoking and all that, so it's alright, move in. So I moved in with him, and then he just kept on smoking. It was disgusting, so we ended up having these wee arguments, and I would open the window and he'd shut the window, and then he went into his wee bedroom, took his telly for the living room into there and all that. I was left without a telly. We ended up totally falling out, right? So just day in, day out, I was just sleeping, doing nothing. He was sleeping, doing nothing. We're just docils, we're doing nothing with life. But every Tuesday or every second Tuesday, even though we'd never leave the house really, he would go out. This was like up in Maryhill, right? He would go out for something and he wouldn't be back for hours. And I would go, I wonder where he goes. What does he get up to? Where does he actually go anyway? And I followed him. I actually followed him. I stalked him. I stalked my flatmate. And I know that's a bit creepy. It might even be illegal, but that's my wee secret anyway. He walked out the house.
Can I help you?
And I was like, right, I got ready dead quickly. I'm going to form. It was a nice day and all that. And he walked from Maryhill to Great Western Road and Byers Road. That's like about a kind of 20-minute walk. And I followed him. I stayed in the shadows in the distance. And I was about 2 in the afternoon or something. Kind of staying and followed him. And I kind of, it was a buzz. It was a total buzz. It's completely rang. This was about 22. Completely rang. I think he was actually just going up to pay the rent to the landlord. But I followed him, and it was a buzz actually seeing somebody for a distance that you're following and they don't know you're following them. It's completely rang. Very creepy. And there's a chance you're watching this going like that. Ew! Or he really is off. He's not talking about sunflowers out to get him and following his flatmate. Flatmate was lucky he got away with his life. But I did it. And that's what this is sort of based on. The whole following somebody. And I have thought about it now and again. I have thought, imagine you just followed somebody at random though, and you just got into their life. You just decided, that person on that train, I'm going to follow that person, and wherever they work, I'm going to see if I can get a job there, whatever it is, and I'm going to try and be pure best pals with that person. And then 5 years down the line, like I don't know what it is there, 2 years down the line, I'm going to reveal to them that the only way I know them is because actually a few years ago I picked them out at random and decided I'm going to be that person's best pal. And I might do it one day. I might actually be doing it now, and I'm not telling you. This is a way to cover my tracks by admitting it in a kind of double bluff way. I might be doing it with you. You might be doing it with me. It's nothing really, it's right. Somebody actually kind of did that with me the other week. I popped into a pub in the town just to use the toilet, and then I walked up the road and walked into a record shop, right? A record shop was about 10 minutes away, and then somebody posted on Facebook, oh, did you enjoy your wee trip into that pub to do the toilet and then your wee trip into HMV? It was like JD Weatherspoons and then HMV, and the only way they could have known that is if they followed me.
Even look at you when you're saying that.
And for some reason that didn't actually bother me, because maybe I'd already done that, like in this sketch. It's weird that. But please don't date with me. Please don't. I know that wee story about my flatmate, you think that gives you a right to stalk me, but please don't. Please don't. So there it is, there's a revelation. Can I confess to you, the only way I actually know you is a few years ago I just decided to stalk you. It doesn't matter, it's not going to come between our friendship, is it?
Who are you?
When Tom walks out here, Tom runs out here freaked out at the end. The direction I gave him, what I wanted him to do was, if you've seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, the 70s one, Leatherface at the end of it, he's the lassie, the very last lassie, the last kind of almost victim gets away. And he's mad, he's gone raging, he's spinning the chainsaw about, and then he's holding the chainsaw in the air and he's spinning around in a wee circle and swinging it around. That's what I said to Tom. I said, Tom, just keep turning around. You know, like a pigeon, you know, a pigeon's mating. Or is it that mating thing? It goes, whoop, 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 and then it goes, that does that. That's what I went to Tom. Look, there's the spin. The Leatherface spin, look. There it is again, all the way around. And then one last one, come on, one last one, oi! That's what you do when you lose a plot. And the good thing is, it's kind of silhouetted like it is in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. See, just before that cut there, I just pissed myself laughing. Tom, date like a pigeon. Tom, I want you to be a mixture between a pigeon and Leatherface losing the plot at the end of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. Can you do that?
Aye, this is my daughter. Hiya. So,
Jacqueline and her daughter, the daughter she goes on about all the time getting taken off her. Very social. I love the whole thing. I love things with innocence. Picture a sweet and pure innocence next to a complete monster. Right, and I know you go to Jacqueline and her daughter there, but I'm actually picturing more like me and Mia as the actress playing the daughter there, because picture trying to explain that to her, who I am, what that character is. It's a woman. It's me, it's a man with a wig on playing a woman with a voice like that. But it is meant to be a woman, it's not a guy with a sex change, as if that's going to explain it anyway. I'll try and explain it to the wee lassie. Don't worry, it's not like a guy with a sex change. How do you explain it? It's like an ex-junkie. I'll just explain a character to you, Mia. It's a woman. She used to be a junkie, and it's kind of me playing. I've got the stubble, and I've got the beard there. I've got the hair. I kind of speak like that, and you know, I'm a junkie. Do you know what I mean? Me, I'm a junkie. So I think that'll stand her in good stead. That experience. I think she's leapt forward for a few years.
I try to put my past behind me, but they're on the.
I'll go like that. I'll put my arms in front of you, Mia, like you know, like I've been, you know, like I've got track marks and all that. You know, I'm clear of all the track marks. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say any of that.
Promise me you'll never bin it.
Promise me you'll never bin it. Jacqueline's daughter must have got brought up in a East Coast foster home.
You'll never let me go.
She was brilliant, Mia. This is a bit hypocritical in me, this kind of sketch where I'm talking about why are we in here using the Wi-Fi, because I kind of do that. I've not got the whole Apple laptop thing, but why are we here, the folk with the laptops? Why are we here? I sometimes do it with my iPod Touch because I'm too much of a miser to get an iPhone. I'm not spending 40 quid a month on an iPhone, no way, mate. Stay around the corner. I know you're there not, because I've seen you here before. I've seen you here before. I'm paying £2 for a cup of tea. There's a place I'm thinking about specifically in Glasgow that's like this, and the music is terrible. Seriously, why are we here? Anytime I've been in, got a nice coffee, you get a nice kind of muffin sort of thing, and the music's like. This may as well be. Just what? You know when people who work at a place decide to stick on their favourite CD of crap? Seriously, why are we here? Hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. I seen you in there getting a coffee with your wee iPod Touch. I've not said anything about this yet, I don't know. This has popped up. It's up my shater. Nothing to really say about that. It's a guy that sort of appears at a door saying things like, "It's up my shater and will you be my da?" An artistic, artistic, yes. Yes or no?
Yeah, I just want to ask this question. I'm quite surprised.
Look at the guy in the back left there.
So far.
The extra in the back left. Keep an eye on him with a stripy scarf.
Does the panel think that
I saw him in Oran Moor, pub called Oran Moor, in Glasgow.
thank you for
After this was filmed. And I saw him looking there at me. I'm like, who is that guy?
That's a difficult question.
Who is that guy? Because obviously I seen him when we were filming, but also when we were editing. I was watching this again. He's just looking there, and I was like, who is that? I was like, Lynn, my girlfriend, I was like, who is that guy? She's like, no, I don't recognise him. I'm like, who is he? Who is he? Then he came out as, hi, do you remember his face? Yes. I was like, that's it, yes or no?
Sorry, I suppose.
Watch him kind of nodding here, watch this look.
For yes or no.
Yeah, it kind of eyebrows up like me, he's got a point.
Question and it requires an answer that is... just a yes or no will suffice.
He's nodding there, like, yeah, just a yes or no will suffice.
But it isn't as simple.
This is one of the first videos I made, like when I made it myself in the house.
Yes or no.
Well, to answer your...
When did I make it? It was like 2002 or 2003.
You know, does someone have the right to take another person's life? And I'm trying to say, well, you know, the answer, it differs.
It's a Savage Garden, pre-haircut Savage Garden look of 1996 or something like that. Sure a lot of yous.
Sure, I can
No, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about there.
simple
I'm
as
just asking for a yes or no. Do you think someone has a right to kill another person? Yes or no? Yes or no?
This is another one when this, you know, I was saying before, if you watched other commentaries, it says whenever Columbo Strange Bedfellows pops up, people let us know. See, whenever see sometimes in Question Time, because this is what it's face obviously based on Question Time, when they get somebody, when somebody for the audience gets a politician in their sights, no, yes or no, yes or no, and everybody's just kind of laugh. He's got him. That happens now and again about every fifth episode of Question Time. Somebody will hit out with the yes or no thing. No, yes or no. Sorry, I'm just asking for a yes or no.
just say.
Well, can I just? I have to. No. Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. So that's based on that. And then that's one of the ones that people get in touch with. There's a guy, there's a guy impersonating your yes or no thing. I have thought about going on it myself, seriously. You know how they go like, and if you want to appear in Question Time, then email. And I have thought about, maybe I should go on it and go and dress like that and go. And yeah, I just want to ask this question. You know, do you think it is right for someone to die in a hospital bed just because you haven't got enough money? Well, you see, no, yes or no? No, yes or no?
Fire.
My grandfather died in a hospital bed because you ran out of money because you're too busy spending your money on bombs. Do you think that's right? Yes or no? Well, I don't think it. No, yes or no? I might do it once. My grandfather died. Do you think that's right? Yes or no? My grandfather died in a hospital. Do you think that's right? Yes or no? Well, yes or no? Well, no. Sorry, right back into the show. The laser thing. The supercomputer. You never just sometimes think that's it. Your odd socks go to your supercomputer lamp.
Sorry, folks. I need to have a word with you. It's keeping my...
This kind of backfired this with certain people, this wee thing here. It's just meant to be a wee joke I'm saying about, oh, see if you don't think my show's funny, or you're just thinking about it too much, you should be like a dog that...
Isn't it because it's...
Well, what I'm saying in this, like, with a dog, it's he'd out the window, doesn't think about it, it just...
Too much.
And certain people go like, oh, how arrogant. I watched his show. I'd see it in a forum or two. Somebody going, "Oh, how arrogant! How arrogant!" He was on there trying to explain. Oh no, the reason why you don't find my show funny is because you're thinking about it too much. How arrogant! I'm just having a laugh. I'm just having a laugh. Don't think about it too much.
It doesn't question the physics of what's going on around it. It simply sticks its head out the window.
What kind of dog's that, man?
Sensation.
Was that a poodle or something?
70 mile an hour wind in its face.
I wanted, you know what, the ideal dog I wanted? A bloodhound.
It's flying.
You know that? The bags in the eyes pure flapping in the wind.
About everything so much.
But he's good, because there you go, hey, there's his ears moving.
Dog.
So arrogant. I was just watching his show and he's like... You're maybe thinking, how did you spot that? How did you see that?
Is it too late?
Horn missing or bit here?
Guess it.
Because I watched it when it was on Top of the Pops and I recorded it and I never forgot it. Look. Never forgot it.
Again.
I think I was the only person that's seen it. See, I'm starting to sound like DD because that's the sort of thing he says. I was the only person that spotted it. I'd say to people, you see how Dina Carroll,
Too late around here.
Quartz, or the singer Quartz, went and made an arse of her singing the Top of the Pops. No, nobody seen it, nobody knows. There was actually a guy a place I used to work about 1999 would be like that. He'd walk about in his bare feet, and some people are, well, what's the big deal? But I don't know if it's just like that. You're just like, they weren't stinking or anything, but it's one of the things you see bare feet and you just visualise yourself, your nose being close to the feet or something like that. It's something like that. You just see it and you go, that is a source of a bad smell. I don't even want to see it because it reminds me of the smell. It's like seeing an arsehole, maybe. Like seeing like somebody's arsehole. You go, why should I be disgusted with that? Because I'm nowhere near it. But that is the place from where shite comes from. That's disgusting. And maybe that's why you find
That looks nasty.
feet disgusting.
Get off lightly. Could have been electrocuted.
That's what I was just saying there. That actually happened, by the way. I'm glad we caught that. That actually happened. Glad we caught that.
Steg walks up to me and he's like that. Gary, you don't know what a dildo is.
You don't know what a dildo is? That happened in Carmodrick Primary.
Steg was like
I think it happened in all schools. People would go around and go like, you don't know what a Johnny bag's used for?
Stegs, mate.
I got caught out. I didn't know what VD was. I did once get caught out with VD. Somebody says, what's VD? And I don't know. I think I made something up and they laughed at me. And the thing is, they actually got it wrong. I think it's like venereal disease or something like that. And they said it means vertical dangle.
How much?
So they actually made me look a fool, and they didn't even know the answer themselves. But a guy in my school once did ask me, you don't know what a Johnny bag's used for? And the thing is, see, just the week before, my cousin Eddie,
I was like, no.
Edward, once told me when I was in primary school, he said there was something on his wall in his bedroom. I said, what's that there? Because he had this wee container on the wall saying, break in case of emergency, and it was like a wee kind of thing with a Johnny in it. It was a wee joke thing. I said, what is that? He said, do you not know what that is? And he says, what it is when a man has sex with a woman, he puts it air his willy and it stops him getting her pregnant. So I didn't know that. But a week later, a guy in school went like, you don't know what a Johnny's for? I went, aye, I do.
Johnny bag.
I says it's for it stops a woman getting pregnant. Guy puts it on his willy. He said no, it's no. It's to stop the guy's willy getting dirty when he's shagging. And I was the authority. I went like, no, it's no. I was pure like, yes, this is one I do. And I was like, no, it's no. My cousin Edward told us he's about five years older, and he said you put it air your willy, and so there you go. And he's like,
Here it was.
right. I was a man that day. I was a man.
What's a dildo? I was like
Dildo, nah, I didn't. I don't think we ever got
the exact same thing.
the dildo part. Was in primary school. I never got hit with any. You don't know what a vibrator is. You don't know what a dildo is. It's as if they weren't out. Yeah, but obviously they were.
Hanging out her arse, and it looks like a cock. The place erupted with laughter, man. Everybody.
You don't know.
Everybody wants, well,
What would happen if you just went like that actually in primary school? It's funny that, isn't it, when you're young? Why not just go like, you're right, I don't.
Should have laughed.
You don't know what VD is.
Change school.
Nah, you're right, I don't. What? You don't know what that is, you're a virgin. I know I'm in primary school. What? Hate rules. John Paul.
Down the toilet and summed up my tune.
You know where I got that hate rules for? I was watching the news one night and there was some kind of prison riot. And they were showing wee clips in the jail, the aftermath of all the prisoners ransacking their jail. And they described, they said that one prisoner had written hate rules on the wall in shite. In one of the corridors, they just used their shite to write hate rules. And I thought that's one of the most vicious, ugly sounding things I've heard in a long time. So, and it goes with John Paul because that's the sort of person he is. See that you're a toilet? That got said to me once. That's actually based on a true story. I was getting the train when I was about 14. I went to an underage sort of club with my pal who was for Greenock, and we were getting the train for Glasgow Central to Greenock at the end of the night. And I was like to my pal when the train was moving, I said, is there a toilet in this train? And I just heard, you're a toilet. Turned around to my side, and there was this guy full of jellies across the aisle. And you can tell when somebody's full of jellies, you know, tomazepam, because they don't look drunk. they're kind of still and everything, but they've got pinprick pupils. And the thing is with temazepam, the thing is with jellies, it makes you no care about being violent towards people, like people in jail getting done for murder because they're full of jellies that wouldn't normally do that. So I just clocked it. I could clock it right away, and I was like, I just ignored him and I looked ahead. I gave it 5 minutes and went like to my pal, is there a toilet in this train though? And he went like that again. Do you hear me? You're a toilet. I just turned around and I had to sort of give him a look that meant kind of laugh, like you amuse me, but no that kind of Goodfellas, you amuse me way, and then look away, but no show me any fear. It was nightmarish. Talking about nightmarish. That's another video I made up for my website about 2003 or something like that. Using makeup stuff, blood stuff, and me sticky on stuff, all your kind of blood capsules and that for your Tam Shepherds and that wee joke shop in Glasgow. Certainly Disney Bear thinking about. I wake up every morning thinking, am I like this, am I like it? No. Right, now this irritating guy in the office is eating a banana. This is based on my dad. When I used to stay in my mum and dad's house, my dad, he would sit there, I would watch the telly here, right, and he would sit there kind of out of my line of sight, and I would hear him, see just after he'd finished his dinner, he'd spend about the next 5 minutes fishing wee bits of food out for the corner of his mouth with his tongue, so you just hear that sound there. You just hear. Just hear it. I think he did it with a banana and all once, but it just, you'd think it'd be like Chinese water torch, like kind of dripping thing. You'd be like, is that him stopped watching the telly, and then you just hear the fair there.
Life.
Oh! Just stand up, walk out the living room.
Represents you in your prime. Represents you looking good and feeling good. You might not be the best looking.
You remember me saying in one of the other commentaries when I looked at myself as DD, just looked like my face was just all scarred up just with all these
I'm no bad at
all these lines and everything. And that's exactly what I do to this.
You see this?
That's what it's like when you hit your 30s. I mean, it's like that throughout your life, but especially when you hit your 30s, you look into the mirror and you just, there's nothing you can do about it. You just watch yourself dying. You just, there's another line, another one. You just have to watch it. It's like, you know, some people, they get tied up, like some burglars break into a house and they tie somebody up, and a couple up, and end up murdering one of them in front of the other, and it's just horrible. There's nothing you can do about it. That's what it's like. You look at yourself in the mirror and you go, I'm dying, I'm just wasting away, I'm rotting away before my very eyes. It's horrible. It's horrible. So this is my outlet here, and you can see my lip trembling here because it's heartfelt.
That's life.
That is life. I think you only really get used to it. You only really get used to seeing yourself looking so old when you're in your 80s, and by that point you're practically dead anyway. So you don't actually care. You're just grateful to be alive. In fact, at that age, you're hanging about to die, aren't you? I love them in this. I said to Raymond, make sure you never sit down. See when you go, just point there, and before you go, I can't remember how we did it because she had to turn around before he sat down, and I think I just said to Raymond, see when you're about to sit down, say to Debbie, sitting. Like, so he'd say they're sitting, then she'd know to turn her head to say that, and then he would never sit down. See, if I looked out my window, I did see that, I think I would be hypnotised for about an hour. Somebody could say as well, what have you been up to for the last day? And I'd be like, I can't remember actually. I was looking out there, but that would only take about 5 minutes, I don't know. I would just watch that all night.
Like that, every single night.
fucking... I was watching
DD
TV, right?
DD Dannon.
But
Yet another one based on my own true feelings towards
I tell him,
an advert.
come on 8 in the morning, beyond a joke.
Dannon.
Just
All completely true. This is a true story based on true events.
advert came on.
Another one of these things, remember saying in an earlier commentary about the newsreaders and how everybody pronounces something one way and then after a few years they just suddenly pronounce it another way. That it's like that with this.
Fix to restore the natural
Dannon.
in your system.
That's the thing in advert. Dannon. And then the voiceover woman went like that. You from the noun?
Goes like
Like what?
that.
But you say Dannon.
I didn't hear that, man. Do you know what I mean? Because it sounded like...
I don't know how I feel with it. I don't know if it actually pisses me off. I should have bigger and better things to worry about in my life, but I've no.
What is?
These are the things that worry me.
And then... Must have imagined...
How these things can slip through the net.
No. So I got myself comfy again. Decided I wasn't ahead.
I've never actually sat and waited for an advert to come round again. I've not been that.
Waited for
half minute.
adverts to come up again.
DD looking utterly ecky there.
Till eventually gets to the end of loose women, pure half 1 in the afternoon, up for 24 hours, practically prop my lids open with matchsticks, starting
Dannon.
bingo. Tunes into it and the bird
I don't know if they've actually done it since. I think maybe if you watch these adverts, they might have changed it to new from Dannon. Maybe that's filtered back to them.
But now for the sucker punch.
You go into many nightclubs and you'll see a lot of people looking like that.
Dannon.
Many nightclubs.
I just went like that.
Quite a few people say they know somebody like DD. I think I know about 50,
You're so stisha.
including myself. If you live in a close, you live in a tenement, you might know this whole feeling that you've got a neighbour, you hear a neighbour coming up your steps, you're a wee bit ahead of them, you're ready to open your door and you hear a neighbour coming in the close, ready to go to their flat, and they're like a flare above you, and you're alright with them, you don't hate them or anything like that, because I say at the end of this dick, as if I don't like a guy, but you're alright with them, but you're just like, I don't want to. They're not even the type of person to hold you a conversation. You're just like, don't come near me. I've done it plenty of times. I just hear her walking up the steps and then I hear somebody coming in for being outside and they're walking up the steps and fucking no.
Hiya.
Right.
And that's all that happens. Hiya. No.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. But before you go, I just...
This statement I make here, look. Theist.
Theist, right?
Somebody believes in God.
Watch this.
The heist.
The heist.
That blows Dawkins right out the water. Dawkins doesn't need to say anything. The God Delusion, the evolution books, that says it all in that one thing. There it is, tapping the book. See, I know what I'm talking about. I've read all the books, I've studied it. Think about it, right? See you later.